Raw Hokumir for Punch Out Boxing. I'm here with devsahni. The launch of probably the biggest heavyweight fight for a quarter of a century. But before that, about last night, what's it like knowing that AJ meticulously reads all your tweets?
Surprising. Very, very surprising. Boxing seems to be a bit of a sensitive place, right? If you pick against a fighter, maybe they hold it against you forever, and they know about it. Very, very strange. Yeah. Hey, I've got nothing additional to really say on it. Let's see if he speaks to me in fight week. It's all part of the fun, all part of the show.
You want me to smooth things over? Me and AJ are like that. I'll have a word with him. Tell him you're okay.
Am I? Am I okay?
Well, yeah. About well, starting on the show for last night first. Absolutely massive. I would have liked to have spoke to Frank about this. It's reminiscent of the '90s when Don King used to put on these 5, 6 world title fights on one night, Azteca Stadium. This is the this is the you know the events for this generation.
This is it, mate. The day of reckoning. You saw the table yesterday, the two tables. You saw the big group photo at the end. The galaxy of stars, the collection of brilliant, brilliant heavyweights and other world champions. Jay Opataya. We're talking about Dimitri Bivol. So many great fighters, and it's going to be a special night. This will be a special night as well. This Riyadh season has been some Riyadh season.
Yeah, indeed. Me and a lot of my media colleagues were saying that given the size of the event, it was somewhat flat, and I speculated um, maybe you can give us some insight. Were you guys all told to keep it polite for cultural sensitivity?
Oh, I don't know about that. I think everyone's aware of the stage that they are on, and I think I don't know if people were told to, but common sense does kick in. You're not going to start chucking about tables. We're all very privileged to be up there at that point and to have the backing that these fights are getting. So there is a little bit of best behaviour, but I don't know if that's sort of been told. It's just common sense.
Yeah, that might explain why Jarrell Miller didn't keep to script.
Maybe he didn't get the memo. I don't know, but look, I'm a fan of I think the way he trash talks is the best actually. I think the only competitor he has is Tyson Fury. God, imagine them one day just going at it back and forth. That would be quite the press conference to host. I wouldn't need a mic.
Yeah, it's all great fun and games for us. But do you think a lot of those heavyweights that are going to be on that card, it's an opportunity for them to sort of get higher up the queue to fight the winner of, these two guys?
Philip Hergovich is the IBF mandatory. He's like the next in line to for the IBF title. Let's see what happens. All of those guys will be looking to make an impression on December 23rd and show why they're the best, why they're the next world champion. They've got the perfect stage to do it, the perfect show to do it. So let's see who does do it.
So as for this fight, like I said, the first undisputed champion, 24 years. Wow, seems like a lifetime. But just want to bring up a couple of things. I don't know if you remember past conversations we've had. Starting with last time out, you did say that even if Tyson struggles with Ngannou, it will put serious question marks about where he's at, maybe even tarnish his legacy. I mean, he didn't lose,
I
but he struggled.
didn't say it would tarnish his legacy. I said people would say he's finished. People would say he's done, and that is what is happening. It's not me saying he's done, he's finished. Obviously not.
But you do expect if enough of those people say that, it does tarnish a legacy. Where do you think he stands with that Ngannou fight? Do you think if he beats another couple of top heavyweights, including Usyk, it will just get forgotten about?
Look, maybe we'll fight him again at some point. With regards to Tyson Fury's legacy, for me, it's completely intact, and he may well now become the undisputed world heavyweight champion. So he's then in this era beating Klitschko away from home, beating Wilder, uh, arguably 3 times, beating Usyk, the undefeated Usyk, to become the undisputed world champion. That sounds like legacy defining stuff. He's also got a win, by the way, over Francis Ngannou.
That he does. just want to touch on something Frank said, which I don't think is probably not entirely correct. He said they're both in their prime. Um, Probably both in their prime in terms of their status, but both of them are looking weary at the very least. And that's not hating. It's natural in this game. They're both well into their 30s, got a lot of miles on the clock. Could it come down to who's got the most left in the tank? Because it's possible that these two really only have enough in the tank to come through this particular fight.
This sounds like your statements on it. I don't agree with you that these guys are past it and they got all these miles on the clock. In his last fight, Alexander Usyk essentially did stop Daniel Dubois eventually. Tyson Fury has beaten Francis Ngannou. He remains unbeaten. He keeps beating everyone. Um, so yeah, I don't agree with you. I think 35, 36. How's Crawford? 36. He's looking pretty good, isn't he? So these guys are still unbeaten.
Yeah, just thinking about what Tyson and Usyk have put them.
How old was Mayweather when he beat Canelo? 36.
He was 36, yes, but
23-year-old as well. So 36 is not like that's not old man age. You start getting to 38, 39, sure, but these guys they're still ready to go.
I'm thinking more the damage that they take and Fury, huge amounts of weight he's piled on and had to lose, and of course those three wars with Wilder. I shudder to think what that does.
Look, you'll find out on February 17th as to how it all goes.
Indeed. Final prediction. How's it going to go?
I think that there are going to be fireworks in Riyadh, and I can't wait for it. And how's it going to go? You'll have to tune in. You'll have to travel over if you're not already planning on going. It's going to be big.
Booking my flights this week. I'll see you there.